All right, folks, I'm going to tell you about my first experience on Turo as a renter, as a host. This is my 2018 BMW M2 LCI. It is a car, it was a dream car of mine. It took me almost a year to find the spec I want at the price I wanted, Long Beach blue, manual transmission, left completely stock. So this car to me is very special and I care about it too much. I'm at the point now where I'm going to sell the car. When I'm out filming with my Model Y, my wife is stranded at home and she's pregnant with no car because she doesn't want to drive a manual transmission. It scares her, and that's fine. I was like, well, what the heck? I'm gonna throw it up for a lot of money on Turo, so I put it up for $300 for 1 day to rent the car, and I'm also at the 75% level in terms of the profit I'll get from that. And basically on Turo, the levels vary between, I think, 75% and 90% in terms of what you keep. So I'm renting the car for $300, so I keep $225 of that, and that includes 200 miles of range on the M2. The person who rented the car, I forgot I even posted it on Turo. He rented it and he wanted to take it out to Salt River Canyon, which is way out east. It's one of the best roads in Arizona. I've actually been there in a previous video, Focus ST video, which I'll link below. He wanted to take the car out there, and round trip it's like 265 miles. Now for every additional mile that he goes over 200, it costs $1.50. So he ended up going 305 miles. So I got 105 extra miles that I was able to charge him. And the total for those extra 105 miles are $157.50, bringing my total profit to $382.50 for a 24-hour rental of my M2. Now here's where I'm going to give you some advice. If you love a car too much, like me, sick, it's a sickness, okay? I love this car. I've always hand washed it. It's always been hand washed. I was a little worried overnight. I'm like, the car could possibly be in a ditch and I don't know, or the car is totally fine. I told the renter, please save the receipts, only 91 octane gas, and also do not wash the car, just return it to me dirty, I don't care. He didn't have the receipts for the gas. I do trust that he used 91, hope to God. The other thing he did is he apparently didn't read the message, but he did hand wash it at his house. Now, on the other side of the car, I noticed that there was a scratch. To be totally honest with you, I don't even think the camera could possibly pick it up. It's somewhere, it's like a very faint scratch along this edge. Now, the other thing is it could be from overgrowth on It could be from overgrowth on the side of the road. If you've ever been on canyon roads, especially out west, there's usually bushes that kind of grow over the edge of the road. So if you take a turn tight, you can generally catch them. Now, luckily, I have paint protection film on the mirrors, the A-pillars, 10 inches up the roof, and on the entire front of the car, including the headlights. So the car is protected. And that's the one section where I think it was either when he cleaned the car, there was a rock or something in the wash mitt and it scratched it, or he caught something on the side of the road, or I've never noticed it before. Now, I'm pretty sure that I would have noticed it. Again, it's very faint. I'm being petty. Let's move on. But before we move on, the video is sponsored by INTOTHEAM. Go to INTOTHEAM.com. Use code Gjeebs. Look at this shirt. Do you understand how much I love dinosaurs? Go to INTOTHEAM.com. Use code Gjeebs. You'll save 10% off. These shirts fit great. Their basic tees are my favorite. But right now they're having Ascent buy one, get one, 50% off for their print tees, which is like this, has the cool designs on them. I also have a collaboration with them. It's with electric cars in outer space. So I have a really cool collaboration with them coming up that I'm excited to show you guys. But their basic tees are excellent. They've been a sponsor of the channel for over a year. INTOTHEAM, thank you for sponsoring this video. More on I guess, and just to help you out here, if you're looking to rent on Turo, I think it's something you can make money on, and I also think it's a way that you could own a car that's a little ridiculous, but find a way to make the payment for it, and that's probably how I'm going to use Turo in the future after I get rid of my M2. The problem is I bought this car because I love it, not because I was renting it out. So I recommend you getting a car that is strictly to make money. It's going to be a rental car that you do not care about. Now that doesn't mean you just abuse it, but it means if it comes back with a little scratch here or there, you don't really care. So that all worked out well and I made a decent amount of money. So we'll look at the interior now This guy, so you're able to see right here that there's this white stuff on there. Now, I'm going to assume that that is sunscreen. I know this car is great, so the white stuff could be something else, but I'm going to assume it's sunscreen. Easy fix, not a complaint. That's something I can get off. The guy must have, I don't know if he never washed his hands or just ate a bunch of McDonald's and then shifted through the gears a million times, but the shift lever is like greased, and that's very annoying. Now, as far as resale value goes, when you're looking at a manual transmission car, and especially M cars with this leather shift knob, it's very important, especially to someone who wants a clean car, that this has that matte factory finish. This has a little bit of a sheen to it right now. Since I know it was just added, I'm gonna show you how to clean it off and show you some before and after images. I'm going to show you how to clean this real quick. I have a discount code for Hydrosilex, 25% off. Code is GJEEBSMAY. I've been working with them for over a year now as well. They're excellent, and that's what I also use to clean my white seats in the Model Y. So stuff works really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to drape the shift knob in this microfiber towel. That way none of this drips down onto the Alcantara. You can use this on the Alcantara, but I don't need to, so I'm just using it on the leather. So we're going to spray this right on the knob. I'm going to use a horsehair brush and scrub. And this stuff, again, it hydrates the leather and cleans the leather and gets you back to that matte factory finish, which is all that we're looking for. You don't want that garbage Armor All look where it's all shiny and you can't grip it. Turo renters greasy palms. A little bit more, since this is a touch point a lot of time when you're shifting it so much, so we'll put a little on the corner of this horsehair brush. I'll have the brush also linked in the description. And we're just going to scrub that up a little bit more. You're not pressing it very hard, you're just agitating the leather. So there we go. The shifter is cleaned back up, no problem there. So that looks great. And you can also use this stuff on the seats, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. And here is what the shifter looks like after. You can see the matte factory finish, and we got the greasy McDonald's palms off. So here's a before look of the leather. It has a little bit of grime on it. You can't actually tell, but once I spray this on and agitate it, you're going to see the difference. As you can see now, that sheen is gone, and we're not adding anything to it. We're just removing what we don't want on the seats. Overall, like I said earlier, you really need to be renting out a car that you bought to be a rental car. I don't think doing a personal car that you care about is very smart. Did I make $382? Yes. Am I happy with that? Yes. I'm just happy that the car is back in one piece. But for me, even for that amount of money, which is ridiculous, you know, it's renting out for like what a GTR rents for. I figured it's the only M2 in Arizona with a manual transmission that is on Turo, and that's the price that I was willing to rent it out for. After renting it out for that, I don't think I would do it again. I would have to buy a car that I meant to rent out, and that's where I stand. I'm just happy it's all back in one piece. Unfortunately, this is leaving the channel soon for probably a Porsche Macan, which I will rent out on Turo, and then just keep you guys updated on this series. But I do think it's a fascinating thing. You can think of all of the cars that you could possibly own, schedule which weeks you want to have it to drive or which weekends, and just block that time off, and hopefully the rest of that time you're renting the car out. So I hope this video was helpful to you. It was my first Turo rental. This was my first Turo rental. Let me know what questions you have down in the comments below. I hope to see you next time on the videos. Please like this video if it helped you out. Go to INTOTHEAM.com, support the sponsors. We'll see you next time. Also, if you're still with me in the video, click this video right here. It shows you how to perfectly clean and detail your car. If you're interested in anything like that, just click this video right here. It'd be very helpful to me, and I think you should do it.